Hello and good evening. This is Illuminate number 9 in January 2026. And we are going to work with balancing the male and female energies. So I'm so grateful for your company. This is going to be sweet. So let's do the brain balance first, where we cone our fingers, plug them into our forehead, and breathe. Balancing our left side, right side brain hemisphere until you feel a sigh, a shift, and start to really feel your seat in your sits bone in your seat, or your feet on the ground, or the space around you, so you can start to shift into what's available just right now, today, and not what was happening earlier or what's to come later. And then do the rainbow, holding your hands outside your brain, running rainbow light through it until, again, you feel a shift. Great. And so we're going to work with a couple of beings that I haven't invited in a long time. The great archangels, for sure, and the ascended masters, but we're going to call in Baba Ji as well. And Baba Ji, when in body, although people say he is still walking the planet from time to time, Baba Ji was the perfect balance of Shiva and Shakti energy. So please join us today, Baba Ji. Thank you. There we go. Ooh. Okay, wow, his energy's really cool. Okay, and Joshua and Mary Magdalene. Joshua was balanced with Mary Magdalene. Okay, and so we're asking them to please come in now. And maybe picture your DNA spiraling, or your tree of life around your spine, all the way down from your sits bones up through, or even weaving in and out of your tree of life as you pull your energy off the day, take all your eyeballs off the world around you and onto yourself, onto your divine line, into your body, and weaving with your breath. Activating this tree of life and knowledge, this weaving, just like the DNA, just like the male and female energies. And eventually, when these weave and come together, it's then our divine line in unity, and that helps us connect to our higher selves. It is the connection to our higher selves. And you might even want to picture the yin and the yang symbol, that infinity flow of the yin and the yang, and heaven and earth just wrapping around us. There you go, above and below us. And we're calling in Archangel Shamuel. He supports relationships and love by bringing heart center harmony, compassion, and soul level integration. Okay, and we're calling in Archangel Michael as well, the solar angel for all humans on earth. Okay, and just feel that presence. That might be really familiar to you. Archangel Michael's, there we go. Okay, open your heart more. Open your crown more to let that solar light of Michael come in. Archangel, the solar angel for all humans. Okay, and so we also welcome the solar flame dragons and the unicorns. Please come. Please come now. Please come. And the white horse. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, the dolphins are coming too. Great. And the whales. That must be someone who lives in Florida. Okay, so thank you for your help, your protection, your guidance, your assistance. And so the topic tonight, ancient knowledge and mystery of the Sophia Rose lineage, the Michael Leylines, the Michael Solar Dragons. We are healing duality within the inner union, the marriage of our divine masculine and female aspects of ourselves. So, why do we create and participate regularly in gatherings, no matter what the subject is? To create sacred space, to call in and acknowledge and feel the presence of our divine self inside of us. We are creating a space within this capsule, within a time and space, where we're consciously raising our vibration, inviting beings in to assist us to do that. Why? So that we are more connected to our divine line. That we are more connected to our divine line, because we're not necessarily automatically connected to our soul self, to our higher self, to our divinity. It's usually in states where we are very calm and quiet and not dealing with the 3D world. So just tune out whatever was happening and just into your bubble. Just feel the edges of your bubble. Feel your own energy. It's a great way to let go of the rest of the day. So this divine union is the return of this sacred balance between the masculine and the feminine. So before the fall from grace, before the Garden of Eden, um, which was actually Lemuria, we acted as one. Okay. And so a soul met a soul, a flame meets a flame. And in this oneness, the entire universe just becomes a temple. And that's where we were at. That is this inner reconciliation. But then it wasn't even a reconciliation. It's how we started. We started with 5D. And then the fall from grace, we're learning lessons. We're seeing what it's like to be outside of God looking in. And so now that we are conscious of this divine line, the way to really integrate it into a human body is to becoming aware of the horizontal axis. This is where the male and female meet in the heart. So we get the earth and cosmic meeting here in the heart, and the divine masculine and feminine meeting here in the heart. And this inner reconciliation ends inner war. And this is what's happening. War. War between the masculine and the feminine, and it's happening off planet, on planet, and within us. So this divine marriage within shifts consciousness beyond opposition, revealing a new intelligence, maturity for healing, for leadership, for creation. The union ends inner war and changes how we lead, heal, and create. This is not about fixing duality. It's about actually just outgrowing it. This mature internal relationship that allows our inner child to feel safe and playful and innocent as they were in the beginning and are now with our recognition. So we here and now becoming our I am selves. That's the name of the game. I am presence. I am divinity. I am a spark of source. Um, Together, we are co creating reality. So just say, I am that I am 3 times. You all have your microphones off, and I like to tap my thymus to stimulate my high heart. So I really feel the presence of my soul coming into my heart and my male and female energies on the left and right, becoming very conscious of what's going on in the heart space, right? We want their attention. So before I get more way out there, Carl Jung used to talk about the anima and the animus. So he was a Swiss psychologist, and he said in man, every man, woman, man and woman carries the opposite sex. So every man would carry the inner feminine, the anima, and every woman an inner masculine, the animus. So I've just become aware of this lately, that my dimensional body, when I was working on it last week, was actually male. So it would be the opposite for a male. A male would notice his center male and his outermost form female. So this, when we integrate this individuation, again, we become wholeness, the weaving of the two. This is the sacred union spoken in alchemy, symbolize the marriage of the sun, the moon, the yin, the yang, the gold, the silver, the queen, the king, right? So just put it in the chat if you're even aware that you have these two aspects of yourself, a male and female energy, and just get a sense as you go inside and say hello, hello to my male energy, hello to my female energy, and see if they're even aware of each other, see if they even see each other, like each other. Um, yeah, just so you can get a baseline. So, there is a deep whisper in all of our souls, a longing to become whole again. Can you feel that? Can you sense that without actually knowing what that means? Without um, knowing if you've done it or not? Um, okay, good. People are sensing it. So, this longing to be whole again, for centuries, we've been taught to look outside of ourselves for salvation, success, significance. But the ancients knew the truth of the real power lies within. And so, when these polarities of divine, masculine, and feminine unite, this union the mystics called inner alchemy. It's not abstract, it's how we waken our creative power, manifest with more ease and grace, and live in harmony with the cosmos. Okay, hallelujah, right? Fun. So, the earthly mother, the heavenly father, these are beautiful, it's a beautiful, deep subject, and it touches on a long held, esoteric weaving rather than just like one doctrine. So, in symbolic ways, um, let's really understand it and anchor it into the human body. So the spiritual mystery of the Sophia line rose. So Sophia, that can also be called the Divine Mother, Mary, um, the Shekinah. Okay. This is the rose line, understood in Christianity, Gnostic terms, and earth wisdom traditions. So, Sophia, the divine feminine wisdom, embodied intelligence, the Shekhinah, the Holy Spirit, the Holy Presence. Mary is always here within us in matter. So, just feel beyond my words to what is happening around us and in us as we are invoking this union to take place within us. So the rose is a very powerful psychic symbol that has been used for centuries. The heart of incarnation, love that blooms inside density, not outside of it. So on Earth, the Sophia line is said to move through places that are associated with Mary Magdalene, right? You go to the south of France, the Cathars, you're going to feel this. That's all they do. Black Madonna, rose cathedrals, ancient womb or temples or caves. And it carries receptivity, compassion, sensitivity, intuitive knowing, the power to feel without collapsing. So Sophia does not ascend by leaving the world. She descends into it fully and remembers God from inside the body. So just notice what you're noticing when you sense the energy behind those words. Notice if there's a real awareness of your womb, your sacral chakra, your sits bones, like something happening inside your body. Okay. So the ancient Michael currents and the ley lines, he is the archetype of the solar masculine, not by domination, but clarity in service to love. Michael, who is godlike, a great archangel, alignment with divine order, carries a sword that cuts through illusion to see the truth, cuts through fear, false authority. He's also been talked about in history as the dragon slayer, mastering instinct and chaos without rejecting them. And just breathe and notice where you feel that. And on the earth, Michael ley lines are associated with high places like mountains, ridges, spines of the land, straight alignments, sacred sites like pyramids that emphasize protection, vigilance, spiritual courage. And it carries, the Michael ley lines carry discernment, direction, boundary, moral clarity, the courage to stand upright in truth. Michael energy does not suppress the feminine, it protects her ability to remain open. Breathe and notice what you feel when you hear that. So the great secret, they are one current in two phases. So the deeper mystery is Sophia awakens feeling and Michael stabilizes it. Sophia opens the heart and Michael keeps it sovereign. When separated, when they're not in union, Sophia without Michael, there's going to feel overwhelm, porous boundaries, martyrdom. We know in our history the phases of when the masculine is ruling in the planet, when the feminine is. When out of balance, when Michael's out of balance with Sophia, there's rigidity, control, spiritual bypassing. And when they reunite, love becomes strong, truth becomes kind, power becomes embodied. So as we bring these into the meridians in the body, think of that as our living ley lines that mirror the Earth's ley lines. The Sophia feminine flow works through yin meridians, heart, spleen, kidney, liver, womb, pelvic bowl, left side of body, fascia, fluids. Okay, and it supports emotional coherence, nourishment, intuition, capacity to receive. Look, let's see it like the chalice, right? There was a book called The Chalice and the Blade. It was awesome. Safety in vulnerability. Okay, and then the Michael masculine flow works primarily through the yang meridians, the governing vessel meridian, gallbladder, small intestine, bladder, the spine and the cranial lines, the right side of the body, and the nervous system regulation. And this supports, when it's happy, clear boundaries, really good decision making, courage, protection of the heart, action aligned with truth. And where they meet? Right at the heart and solar plexus here. That's the integration space in between. The heart, Sophia, the solar plexus, Michael. Love gains will, will gains compassion, fear dissolves into courage. Just notice where you feel that in your body or your space. Sensitivity becomes strength, and this balance and restores our autonomic nervous system regulation, clear energetic boundaries, coherent emotional responses, ability to stay present without absorbing others' energy. So the body remembers how to be open yet protected, loving yet sovereign, sensitive and resilient. So with that moving now in this space, in our space, as we're a circle of light, and each of us is a ball of light in that circle. And we're noticing, even in the group, we're noticing how our divine line might be coming more online, more of our soul, more of our essence, more of our divinity coming in. Just breathe and notice that. See where you might feel that light, that tingling. If you do feel anything, share it. I was feeling a little cut off in a couple of places, and now I feel on the flow a little more. So I'm wondering how you are feeling. So as we merge this courage and clarity and coherence together with this inner marriage, and they're running through our meridians, courage arises then naturally, not forcefully, not something we have to stomp our feet about and shake our fists into the air and like scream about. Yeah. I know that one. Okay. And clarity feels calm, not sharp. And leadership becomes one that wants to be in service. And empathy no longer is draining. And healing occurs without sacrifice or martyrdom. And so, yeah, have a sip of water, breathe, put something in the chat if you're noticing anything that would be fun to hear. And then I'm going to share a poem that we read together, because that's what we do here. Right. We do this. Oh, this should fit the whole page here. All right, let's see. It's a prayer of Sophia and Michael, the union of wisdom and courage. So we're going to read it together out loud. I think you can all see that fully on your screen. And if you need to pinch it to get it to see closer, do that. And we will say, starting at beloved. Beloved source of all life, we call upon the living wisdom of Sophia, the rose of compassion blooming within our hearts, and the clear, steadfast presence of Michael, guardian of truth, courage, and right alignment. Sophia, teach our bodies how to receive without losing ourselves. Soften our hearts without weakening our boundaries. Restore the memory of love that knows how to stay. Michael, strengthen our spines with clarity and courage. Sharpen our discernment without closing our hearts. Help us stand upright in truth, rooted in grace. May these sacred currents awaken within us now, flowing through our meridians, balancing female and masculine, yin and yang, feeling and action, receptivity and protection. Where there has been overwhelm, bring coherence. Where there has been fear, bring calm clarity. Where there has been fragmentation, bring holy integration. May our hearts remain open and sovereign. May our nervous system remember safety. May our sensitivity become wisdom and our courage become kindness. We align our bodies with the ley lines of the earth, our breath with the rhythm of creation, our will with divine love in motion. Sophia within us, Michael beside us, source above and earth below, we stand in the living center celebrating our inner marriage. May we walk as embodied prayer, clear in truth, steady in love, and devoted to the healing of all beings. And so it is. Amen. Okay, so notice what you're noticing and tell me where you might be feeling that or what you may be feeling. Flow, lightness, something coming, something going, connection, unity, an updraft, presence of spirit, And if you want to put that in the chat, that's super helpful. Hmm. So, why is this divine marriage so important now in in the burnout of a world out of balance? Yeah. Mm. For decades, we've lived in a masculine overdrive. Our culture has rewarded hustle, domination, logic, linear growth, um, female qualities like rest and intuition and connection and cyclical flow are seen as, unproductive. The last thing you put in your schedule type thing. Oh, good. Thank you for that feedback. Rising. That's what I was feeling too. Okay. And so the imbalance leads to, burnout, exhaustion, disconnected from purpose, scarcity, fear-driven behavior, broken relationships internally and externally. And we um, see it in our bodies, in our businesses, in our planet. Um, but balance does not begin with outer systems. It's an inner job. It's an inner alignment. And so that which we could conceive in our mind and nurture in the heart then becomes a living experience. So we're going to put on some music. Have some water if you need it, but get cozy, a blanket. You can lay down, sit down. It's inner presencing. So, what does that mean? It's not so much a meditation, although you can use it for whatever you want because it's your time. I'm going to say words. You can listen to them or not. And I will guide you if you'd like to be. To go inside and see what you see, notice what you notice, because we're going to do a visualization of these male and female energies, and it's going to be super fun. At least I had a really good time doing it earlier. Mm. Okay, so before we turn on the music, let me see if there's one more thing. Oh yeah, I want to reiterate. Sophia is divine wisdom. She is the depth of the soul, the cosmic memory, the creative matrix in which all things are made from. And her counterpart is the Christ light, the solar, Christ is the name of our sun, the solar impulse through which Michael, the indwelling spirit, the word that becomes flesh, is the presence of God in form. So together, these forces are the blueprint of divine creation. Sophia holds the field, and the Christed solar impulse of Michael activates the field, and creation results, not just in planets and stars, but our life. And the union of these two, this intersection of the um, horizontal line with the vertical line, the God's eye, is what they call it. The intersection of the two is what forms your faith. So the more you feel this presence, the more faith develops in you because you are in a higher coherence and therefore connection to um, the cosmos, the earth, and the male and female impulses that are seeking to become coherent and in balance within us and around us. Okay, so let's put on a little music and we will go inside and notice what we notice. What shall we listen to today? Mm, Let's do the divine I am. Hmm. Okay, let me see if we can get the volume right. So you should be able to hear my voice and the music softly, not too loud, simultaneously. So, Let's see, we go here. Okay, how's that volume? If someone would like to give me a quick word in the, yes, okay, good. Music and my voice, excellent. So, settling into your body, let your breath soften. Let your breath soften you. No effort, no striving, just an arrival. Breathing in and out gently and feeling the movement of your breath in and around you. Feel the weight of your body being held by the earth below you and by the presence within you. And take a slow inhale through the heart and exhale, releasing stories of separation. Gently bring your awareness inward, beyond the surface of thought, beyond the roles you play in the world. Enter into your inner sanctuary, the holy ground where your soul remembers itself, united with its male and female aspects. Imagine a sanctuary or a place in nature that evokes peace in you, or you might want to visualize like a great castle or mansion or ballroom full of celebration energy, like from the Gilded Age, where the walls were gold leaf and the chandeliers were real crystal, and velvet curtains and soft, beautiful sounds of chamber, celestial singing, chamber music, celestial singing, sounds of the music of the spheres. And then we're calling forth your male and female aspects. And notice these two living currents within you, the inner feminine on the left, your receptive intelligence, the womb of wisdom flowing, intuitive presence. She feels, she listens, she knows through love. She carries the Sophia rose line, ancient, luminous, compassionate. Her energy spirals like a rose opening from the center of your being, petal by petal, revealing truth without force. Allow her to be seen, not judged, not fixed, simply witness her beauty. And now sense your second current, the inner masculine. He is clarity and direction, focused awareness, positive strength rooted in service. He carries the Michael line, the guardian of truth, a clear sword of discernment that does not wound but liberates. His presence is steady, upright, anchored in devotion to the light. Let him be seen as well, not as dominance, not as control, but as a sacred container and containment for love. Notice where these two energies live within you in this dream world we're creating inside of ourselves. Do they feel distant, curious, wounded, longing? Without forcing anything, invite them to become aware of one another. And if it feels like they're in opposition, have them pretend that they've just been given permission to have the most appropriate colors and sounds and frequencies and vibrations and healing holograms and sacred words of forgiveness wash over each one of them, so that in this moment, they can be curious and even excited or celebratory for what is possible for them in this now moment. Let the inner feminine recognize the inner masculine. Let the inner masculine see the inner feminine. No words are needed, just presence. And as they acknowledge each other, feel a subtle movement begin, a spiral, maybe even a dance, a remembering older than time itself. This is where duality begins to soften. Above them, sense a third intelligence awakening, the solar dragon consciousness. Not a creature to fear, but a living frequency of creation itself. Fire that illuminates, fire that unites. The solar dragon acts as if it's the DNA coil itself, or the tree of life and knowledge wound in and around each other. Gently, this energy embraces the both of them, activating coherence, igniting sacred union without consuming either polarity. Watch now as the inner feminine and the inner masculine move closer towards each other, perhaps. Not to merge prematurely, but to meet in truth. As they unite, a new light is being conceived through them. It's not symbolic, it's alive. See them holding up their hands towards each other and a ball of light birthing between each of their hands. Her left to his right, her right to his left. They're standing facing each other and holding up their hands heart to heart, and light is being conceived and birthed between their two presences. Balls of light, alive life. And a golden white radiance begins forming in the center of your being. Let it grow with your breath, with the birth of light happening between them. The result is harmony, not conquest. It is the child of consciousness, born from balanced light that carries peace, creativity, and clarity. Allow this light to expand gently with your breath through your heart, your belly, your throat, your sacrum, your head, and then let it go through to your spine and then into your cells. Let it teach your nervous system what safety feels like in unity. Rest here in this moment. You are no longer divided within yourself. You are remembering that creation does not come from opposition, but from sacred relationship. Breathe into the anchoring of this inner marriage taking place inside of you. Taking place inside your voice, your microbiome, your organs, your meridians, your actions. I'm just going to be quiet for a couple of minutes while you bathe in this. Start to deepen your breath. You can continue this when you go to bed tonight so that you can gather more information. When you're ready, just slowly start to return, bringing this living light in you back into the world through you. So we're going to do some integration. Let's see some golden infinity loops going from your left shoulder to your right shoulder through your heart, upper heart, neck area. Do as many that feels good. And then when that feels good, do it from your left brain to your right brain or your left eye to your right eye. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. And then one from above your head, through your throat, under your heart, back up again. With whatever hand feels good to do that, or you may want to switch, or you can just visualize these golden infinity loops, connecting head and heart, male and female, and then front to back. See one coming from the back to your front, through the heart center, golden infinity loops. Great. So the divine feminine sees the vision, and the divine masculine builds it, and together they create the temple of heaven on earth. One flame, two expressions, The divine masculine and feminine are not opposites. They're mirrors of one flame. And like the ancient temples that are aligned with both Sirius and Orion, we are designed to reflect heaven and earth in perfect harmony. We're not meant to battle and war. We're meant to co-create. So in this next Aquarian age that we are moving into, we are going to get more help from the unseen realms than ever before to assist us in this shift. And remember the unity. So a little prayer here. Sophia, wisdom within my body, open my heart to truth. Michael, guardian of clarity, strengthen my spine and will. May love and courage walk together in me. May my body hold both heaven and earth in balance. Light that has met its shadow becomes embodied peace. I like that one. So, if you're asleep, stay asleep. If not, I'm going to turn off the recording so we can stay and check in with each other. And if anyone wants to put it in the chat instead of unmuting, please do so, of what you might be noticing, sensing, perceiving, recognizing about these inner aspects of your being. And next week is our fourth class in Chakralicious. And February 5th, we have an in-person 2-hour journey class. That's going to be the third eye, clear seeing in confusing times. Please contact me if you'd like to participate. And then Thursday, February 12th will be a goddess group. That'll be an in-person as well. I don't know when the next Illuminate, one of these is going to be Illuminate number 10, but Spirit will tell me, and if need be, I'll shift things around if it's needed. And I don't know what that subject will be yet. They haven't dropped that into my space, but I am always so grateful for those of you that take time out of your lives to gather in circle with like-minded people to connect to yourself, connect to your wisdom, connect to your light, embody your soul to a higher degree. The more that we do this, the more the muscle actually becomes strong. And then our body will eventually, with repetition, crave to be in this space. And that's what we want. We want a part of ourselves that really wants to be in this space, and our soul will lead our body to places and spaces where we can connect like this deeply within our being in sacred space, being held by beautiful beings of love and light that help us get to um, remember who we are, the essence of who we are. So again, thank you all for taking the time, whether live or on the recording. And I will get this recording right out to you in a bit. So I'm going to pause the recording so we can unmute and talk.